Let's see what is a clock. A clock is a periodic signal, typically a square wave that is used to coordinate and synchronize the operations in a digital circuit. It acts as a timing reference that coordinates the execution of sequential logic, ensuring that data is processed at specific intervals or ticks. Every operation in a synchronous digital circuit occurs either on the rising edge or the falling edge. So rising edge is nothing but going from 0 to 1, falling means coming from 1 to 0. So 0 is low, 1 is high. It is a signal in the design in respect to which all other signals are synchronized. Now let's see how an ideal clock looks like. So you can see this is a square waveform. So here this portion is called as delay time and this is called as an pulse width. So if you see, there are two types of triggerings will be there. One is positive edge trigger, another one is negative edge trigger. Positive edge trigger means going from 0 to 1, that is from low to high, whereas negative edge trigger means coming from high to low. This is high, this is low, that is from 1 to 0. And if you see the distance from one positive edge to another positive edge, this duration is called as time period. So we have understood what is meant by positive edge trigger, what is negative edge trigger, similarly what is meant by time period. So simply from one positive edge to another positive edge is called as time period. If you say this particular waveform, one negative edge to another negative edge is called as a time period. Now let us see what is duty cycle in a clock signal. So the duty cycle is a percentage of time a clock signal stays high during one complete clock cycle. So this is the formula which we use to calculate. Duty cycle is on time period by T on plus T off into 100. So T on plus T off is nothing but total time period. So let us try to understand this by means of an example. So you can see this particular clock. So I have taken positive edge triggered. So as I told you, the distance from one positive edge to another positive edge is called as time period. So I mentioned here that is time period. And here this is 0 nanosecond. And this is 10 nanosecond. So the total time period is 10 nanosecond. Now in order to calculate duty cycle, it is T on by T on plus T off into 100. So on time period, here the on time period is 5 nanosecond followed by T on plus T off. So T on is 5 nanosecond, T off is 5 nanosecond. So simply you can treat this T on plus T off as total time period as I mentioned it here. So in order to calculate duty cycle, T on is 5 nanosecond by T on plus T off. So 5 plus 5 will become 10. So 5 nanosecond divided by 10 nanosecond into 100. So it gives us 50%. So you can say this clock is of 50% duty cycle. So in the same manner you can try with the different kinds of example by using this formula. Now let us see what is meant by a transition. So transition is nothing but change of state of signal. Changing in state means going either from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 0. So you can see two types of transitions here. One is rise transition, another one is fall transition. Rise transition means a signal which changes from state 0 to state 1 is called as rise transition. I mentioned it here with an example. So changing state from 0 to 1 is called as TR, which is rise transition. Now fall transition, a signal which changes from state 1 to state 0 is called as fall transition. So changing from 1 and going to 0 is called as fall transition, which is TF. So earlier we have understood what is meant by an ideal clock. Now let us see what is a practical clock. Now see here, practical clock. So earlier I have shown you only there is a delay time followed by pulse width. Now in practical waveform you can see here there will be some amount of rise time and some amount of fall time. So in order to understand this, this is called as delay time and this is called as delay time, and going from 0 to 1 is rise time, coming from 1 to 0 is called as fall time, and the percentage of time for which it is constant, that is staying high. So this is called as pulse width. So total a time period you can treat it like this. So the total time period will be TR plus T pulse width plus TF plus 2 times T delay. So here this is one delay, this is another delay. So I am taking it as 2 times delay followed by TR plus pulse width plus TF. So the total period will be calculated by using this formula.